here at the Orange Public Library reading about Shakespeare. Okay, I'm reading a comic book, but the comic book in my defense is Midsummer Night's Dream. So here I am with lots of wonderful books about Shakespeare at the Orange Public Library. They have tons of the tragedies and the comedies and the poems and books about Shakespeare's wars and Shakespeare's deaths and Shakespeare's all kinds of things. But what we're here for today is a couple poems that aren't by Shakespeare. They're by me. So here is one that is based on Shakespeare plays Julius Caesar and Antony and Cleopatra. It's called Pax Romana, and it's dedicated in my book Herstories to Corinna Evett. And here's how it goes. Well, actually, he said, it is difficult to lead. I mean, I don't know if I can really communicate to you the pressures I am under. They must be immense, she said, but that was not what she thought. Your father may have been a praetor, but mine was a dynasty. You dare speak to me of leadership, but I do not think you know the pressures you are under. The senators await your return to kill you. To be a leader of men requires discipline, he said, but she was no longer listening. She was thinking, I might take up with your nephew when you are gone. Or, she thought, it might be Antony. And then she thought of the young man's shoulders and thought it might very well be Antony. Do you see, he asked, since he was still alive, a question which meant his explanation was ended. Quite clearly, she said, and smiled sweetly. You always make everything so clear. And then the second poem, which is also dedicated to a great Shakespeare scholar, in this case, Cynthia Clegg, who is a scholar at the university, and whose the poem I have for her is called Second Best Bed, and it is about the second best bed of Shakespeare's, which was what he left in his will to his wife, Anne. And it goes like this. When we were young, you drowned me in flowers, and we wed, and I became my lady tongue. There's no right way to be a wife. You called me unnatural, you unsexed me, you preferred boys who dressed as girls who dressed as boys. A wife cannot be that. A wife cannot be a dark lady. I could no more be your equal than your sister could. Kept at home while you stormed the city, made a name, charmed a queen, you will always be a genius. I will never be enough. When the shrew is tamed, he will pronounce her boring and move on. Lear had 3 daughters. The bad ones died because they deserved it. The good one died because it made the groundlings weep for her father. In the end, she is no more than a burden. You of all men should have imagined more for us, but you went with the old story. She fell in love. She disobeyed her father. She tempted. She cuckolded. She was a liar and a fraud. She was a thief and a murderer. She ran mad. She died. She fell in love. She wanted to be a man. She wanted a man to understand her. She wanted a man. You never could imagine us without you. You who imagined worlds and stages beyond imagining could not imagine that I lived in your home and was your wife even when you were not there. You could not imagine me, my poetry, my drama, my dreams, made of the same flimsy stuff as yours, and by no means second best. Thank you.